Okay, so critical race theory and queer theory are very similar to begin with in the sense that they're both neo-Marxist. They both teach the principles, not in an academic, legalistic standpoint, like this is critical race theory and this is what it teaches, this is queer theory and this is what it teaches. No, they teach children the principles of their theory as if those principles are truth, as if they are objective reality, as if they are morally correct. And all of those things, they are not. They are neither morally correct, nor are they objective reality, nor are they true. But they're necessary. Critical race theory and queer theory emerging in our school system at the same time is no coincidence. It's a necessary, I call it a 1-2 punch, right? Because you remember that phrase that I said to hold on to, that sex essentialism. That's sex essentialism. Sex essentialism is defined as, it's basically a mutable characteristic, right? That your sex is your DNA, your sex is your genitalia, your sex is your reproductive organs, your sex is your hormone levels, and all of that combined, something that you don't have control over, that this is an essential part of who you are. And this sex essentialism that queer theory tries to destroy is the same sort of essentialism that critical race theory is also trying to destroy. Meaning, and I don't mean critical race theory is talking about sex. I'm just saying, I'm trying to think of how to describe this the most clear way possible. But critical race theory teaches that your identity lies not in your character, your identity lies in your immutable characteristics. So critical race theory actually teaches the opposite type of essentialism as it comes to race and character, as queer theory does when it comes to gender and sexuality. And this is really important because one creates a hole and one fills that hole. So critical race theory makes children feel like they are bad. They makes white children feel that they are bad in their immutable identity. And immutable identity, I mean, the color of their skin, right? So critical race theory makes white children feel that they are bad because the color of their skin, the white color of their skin, means that they are either inherently racist themselves or that they have inherited the benefits of racism through generations of white supremacy benefiting that child. And there's nothing the child can do about it because it's not about their behavior. It's not about their character. It's not about how they treat other people. This is something that the child can't repent of. They can't redeem themselves from. There's nothing they can do. This creates it labels children as by the color of their skin, telling them that is who their identity is, that they are intrinsically tied to this identity, and that the left is defining what that identity is as being racist, okay? So, and this is from, by the way, this racial identity is from your parents. Therefore, your parents have made you bad, and there's nothing you can do about it. So critical race theory creates this hole around your identity, and then queer theory comes, and where critical race theory has dug that hole, queer theory takes a shovel and shovels garbage into that hole. Queer theory gives children a chance to reject the bad identity that critical race theory has laid upon them. So queer theory says, if you become queer, then you will earn victim points. You too can be oppressed. You can be marginalized instead of being the oppressor or instead of being the person who has marginalized others. You can throw off your parents' bad legacy by choosing your identity now. Your identity aside from race, your identity as it relates to your sexual identity. You can define yourself, they said, if only you embrace us, the left, the leftist ideology here. And so where critical race theory makes children feel bad about this immutable identity and there's nothing that they can do about it, queer theory comes in and says, but here's a way that you can redeem yourself. You can reject your parents and the identity that your parents and your parents' parents have given you, and you can be, instead of an oppressor, you can be oppressed too, and therefore redeem yourselves in the eyes of the left. But what happens in this process is, children are destroyed and families are destroyed. And this is where we circle back to the beginning, this phrase groomers. In order for critical race theory to have dug this identity hole in children and for queer theory to fill this identity hole, this doesn't just happen. A child doesn't just walk in a kindergarten classroom and out of the blue, a teacher says, you're a boy and you must be a radical leftist. No. The children must be slowly indoctrinated. They must be taught. They must be groomed to not only believe this, but believe this in their minds to the point that they would actually take action. They would allow their bodies to be mutilated. They would allow their bodies to be mutilated with hormones and surgery and, the social aspect of transition, to allow themselves to be abused for a political end. The political end being, now these children have accepted radical leftist ideology. Now these children have rejected their parents, destroying the family unit. Now these children are ripe to be revolutionaries in the Marxist battle that these neo-Marxists are waging against us, using our children as pawns.